Well, thank you so much for joining us here on AccuWeather Weekend. I'm Bree.
And I'm also Constanzer. We've seen all the destruction from Helene, and now we are concerned about a brewing tropical threat, Milton, as we talk about all of the recovery processes that are ongoing from Florida to the Carolinas.
Exactly, and we have been monitoring this situation for over a week now, just with the aftermath of Helene, of course, forecasting for this storm well beforehand. And unfortunately, Melissa, this next storm looking to hit some of the same areas that Helene did. Now, across the southern Appalachians, where we've seen a lot of the damage done, especially when it comes to that catastrophic flooding, we're looking to stay away from that zone with this storm, but Florida is an area, and I want to take us out to satellite and radar right now because it's already been pretty wet in this zone here over the last few days.
As people are trying to prepare on the west coast of Florida, we are already getting some very heavy rain. We have forecasted this for Sunday into Monday. Some very heavy rain through the Florida Peninsula, and then this will be followed by that Hurricane Milton, which we'll talk about in a moment. Elsewhere across the nation, very quiet. Look at the number change for places like Minneapolis, 64 degrees, or 66 rather. For
really been able to catch a break, particularly there across central and northern Florida. But as Milton makes its way closer to shore, it's going to be flinging more moisture here across some of these same zones that were just hit hard by Helene. A current look right now at Tropical Storm Milton, positioning at 22.6 north, 94.9 west, right in the Bay of Campeche. Sustained winds at 60 miles per hour. We're still monitoring this storm, but you'll see that this storm has a lot going for it, unfortunately, especially in the short term, because it doesn't really have a hurricane we are forecasting for here on the exclusive AccuWeather. With your exclusive AccuWeather forecast, that Milton eye path making landfall here on the Gulf Coast of Florida, right around the Tampa Bay area. But of course, we're still fine-tuning this forecast. The difference in miles could make big differences, especially when it comes to those impacts, when we're talking about storm surge, when we're talking about the heavy rainfall. Though you'll see that plenty of moisture still going to be flowing here. Even before Milton gets here, we're juiced up across Florida. We have plenty of that moisture content here as we continue to shift further north. And
some survivors from the catastrophic flooding in the mountains of North Carolina say they're still having trouble finding help 1 week after the storm. And just a wide scope of devastation there. Good news is North Carolina getting some relief from the weather, but we will watch this front because it will provide thunderstorms off towards the north. Could provide a few showers for the Appalachians as we head through time. Off towards the north, though, today it's going to be about those thunderstorms, places like Pittsburgh, Erie, Pennsylvania, towards Buffalo. We'll watch for some strong, severe thunderstorms. As we get you through your weekend, there are some bright spots to talk about here in the forecast, and you can see some of them in a couple of different cities. Let's take you to New York City, for example. 70 for that high with mostly sunny skies. Feeling very pleasant there. As you go towards Dallas, it's 92. Still a little on the warm side here, but again, lots of sunshine, so looking smooth. And for places like Denver, plenty of bright weather, as well as Chicago.